Merry Christmas Eve and welcome to GPJ for Mary Poppins. This hat is melting my brain, and today I'll be answering question 1, and the only question, and that is she a witch? And the answer is that yes, she is a witch. She denies it, but she uses witchcraft, she casts spells, she uses necromancy, and she has a familiar, and she can fly. So there's no broom, but she can definitely fly. So the answer is yes, she is a witch, but the only problem with that is that she says that she's not a witch, and the author of the books says that she isn't a witch, as well as the Saving Mr. Banks movie. Whenever anybody's saving her father in the flashbacks, the author's father in the flashbacks, she's always using some kind of apocryphal like wizardry and stuff, and it's kind of what influenced the character to be so magical in the books of Mary Poppins in the books. Yeah, there's also this weird thing that was like I checked, and the only time female magic users have been not just referred to as female magic users, it's usually been witches. I mean, she could be a druid, but that's a bit too old style. She could be an elementalist, but they're mostly age and origin. So she can be an enchantress, but that's a bit too Disney, but modern Disney. So I'm not going to go into that one. She could be a magus or magus, but the only problem with that is that she's not Persian. So she's not ancient Persian. So the only designation that we can give her is female magic user or witch or woman. So whatever you want to call her, I think she's a witch. There's one problem that she states this many times in the books. She only says it once in the movie that she isn't a witch, and she is denying herself her true abilities. She should go into the dark side. But what if you? She also states though that she never ever explains herself, and I kind of like that. I like the movie for saying that. It's fresh and exciting in a way for a movie to explain that it's never going to explain itself, even if it was just saying that so that it wouldn't have to deal with the exposition of everything. But no, she casts spells. She sings lyrics in a way that casts spells. The definition of a witch suits her exactly in this thing. She has necromancy. Necromancy is the controlling of or bringing forth or conjuring of deceased spirits. It's not zombification or zombie control of the dead. It's not that at all. It's actually the dead spirits, and she controls it by possibly possessing the spirit of a dead parrot onto her cane or her umbrella. So there's necromancy. That's also her familiar, and also her broom or method of transportation, so she can levitate. There's evocation, and she basically does that by she has a bag, and she can she can conjure and evoke stuff from it at will, it seems. But I'm not going to get into that. I think that's more of a it's big on the inside thing. It's Christmas Eve, hence the silly hat that's cooking my brain. I'm in a hotel room in Banbury, so it's great. It's really great. I'm going to be wrapping presents up for the rest of time, it seems, but it's only for tomorrow. So I do want to mention that I've downloaded recently on my phone a Starbomb, the band Starbomb's album. And if you haven't heard of Starbomb, then Egoraptor and Dan from Game Grumps, they have formed a band, and it's made up of Egoraptor or Aaron and Dan from Ninja Sex Party, well, with Ninja Sex Party, all came together and made an amazing, um, amazing album, and I love it, and I can't stop it. I can't get Smash out of my head. They have great animation, and it's excellent. I might put it in the. I'm gonna put it in the description down there. So yeah. Oh, and today's offensive question. It's a joke. So here it is. A doctor that has just delivered a woman's baby comes over to the couple and says, I have some good news and some bad news about your baby. What would you like first? Worried, the couple responds, give us the bad news first and get it out of the way, I guess. Well, unfortunately, your baby has red hair. Oh, is that all? That's not so bad. What's the good news, Doc? Your baby is dead. That is horrible. Whoever sent that question, that joke in, shame on you. Dead baby jokes. I'm so glad that my head won't let me take the joke in all of its mysticism right now, because that's... I know why it's offensive, by the way. It's just offensive because of the red hair, right? I never understood that. It's silly. I'm taking my hat off. It's silly. Red hair's not a bad thing. I mean, I got red hair. What's the big deal? Oh god. Merry Christmas, guys. It's this whole big thing.